We're following breaking political news right now from the state capitol. A circuit judge in Tallahassee has just ruled the legislature illegally redrew the state's congressional districts to primarily benefit Republicans. He rejected arguments from top legislative leaders that they had done nothing. District. It winds through 8 counties from Duval to Orange, wrapping in enclaves of black voters to create a district likely to elect a candidate favored by African Americans. In 2012, legislators boosted the African-American share of the district's voting age population to more than 50%. They said their goal was to strengthen the protections extended to the district under the Voting Rights Act. However, opponents argue it also makes surrounding districts friendlier to Republicans by putting Democratic-leaning voters on Congresswoman Brown's turf. Congresswoman Brown is joining us now on the phone from Washington. Congresswoman, thank you for being with us this evening. Just last month, you were in the courtroom for a hearing on this suit. A lawyer for the plaintiffs calls it a pretty historic ruling. What do you call it?
Disappointing. Very disappointing. Listen, the legislature had hearings all over the state of Florida, over 26 public hearings. They voted, the House and the Senate voted on the maps, and they voted for the maps for the House and the Senate. And in 1 week, one judge, one activist judge, going to throw it out? Unacceptable. Very unacceptable. And you need to know I will continue to fight to represent my constituents.
Congresswoman Brown, if the Florida Supreme Court grants a hearing when this is appealed, which of course it is going to be appealed, if the justices grant a hearing on this issue, will you ask for a chance to be heard in front of the state Supreme Court?
No, it's no question. I will intervene. But it's not just the Florida Supreme Court. We will go all the way to the United States Supreme Court. This is a federal issue. Last week, we celebrated the 1965 Voting Rights Act, and federal law supersedes state law. And the point is, if it wasn't for the 1965 Voting Rights Act, I would not have been elected. I've been in court the entire 23 years I've been in Congress. And it's unacceptable. We have 27 districts in Florida. And I've been in Congress 23 years and been in court most of the time. They're always suing my district. Why is it? And you say, well, I got 50%. It's been 48, 49, 50 the entire time. I've represented the same area for 23 years. I never drew the district. The federal courts drew the district.
Congresswoman Brown, thank you so much for joining us tonight from Washington with your reaction to this ruling. Now,